Hi everyone! Happy Friday! It's me. Right now, for me, it is midnight. I have been working for hours on this lesson. I just want to make sure that you feel successful in taking your first history reading quiz. Your first history reading quiz is this Monday or Tuesday, depending on which day I see you. And it's very important and it's kind of hard. So that's why I'm going to teach you how to do step by step, how the strategies on how to take a history reading quiz. So what we're going to do is you're going to watch this intro video. You're going to take the quiz using the strategy I'm about to teach you. Then you'll submit your quiz, which will auto grade. And then after you got your grade, you're going to do the exit ticket where you're going to explain how you got your answers and what the correct answers are. And I will walk you through that by filming another video for you. So just so you know, the quiz is going to be worth 5 daily summative points. And then this exit ticket is also the practice explanation is also going to be worth 5 points. So actually it's kind of a lot today. It's a very important that you make sure you do both things, right? Take the quiz and then explain how you got your answers. So I know that history readings are often boring and hard. Like I read this reading, it's not the most interesting reading. So why should you do this, right? If it's kind of boring and hard sometimes. The reason why is because all English and history advanced placement courses have timed multiple choice reading questions on their exams. So I'm not just doing this because I enjoy torturing you. It's because if you ever want to take an advanced placement course where you could get college credit in a high school level, for example, many of you are 9th graders and you'll be able to take AP World History next year, you want to be able to know how to do multiple choice reading questions. They're often really hard. Often the texts are super old and not the most interesting. So I'm trying to train you for the future. And the other thing is most of college is about reading challenging books and texts. I've been to college, so I know that a lot of these texts are really hard. And oftentimes there's chapters and chapters you have to read all in one night. So you have to expose yourself to that. And another reason why you should do this work and persevere is because challenging your brain with difficult texts is the only way that you can become a better reader. Becoming a strong reader will open doors for you in the future, y'all, because you get smarter, right? The more you read and the more you challenge yourselves, the smarter you're going to get. And that's really important. I really like this quote where it says, many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. And Thomas Edison was the editor or inventor of the light bulb, okay? So basically what that quote is trying to say is that sometimes our worst enemy is ourselves, right? Where we think, oh, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. I won't do it. And you just kind of put yourself down and you give up before you even start. Don't do that. There are so many new things we're going through this year, right? We're doing distance learning, some of us for the first time. Everything is new and challenging every day, but keep persevering because the more you persevere, the more you're going to achieve in life, right? So whenever anything is hard for you, you need to continue to not give up and believe in yourself. So I'm going to introduce you to my reading strategy, and it's called the PPP strategy. So step 1, first P, is preview and annotate the questions in chunks. Second P is read for a purpose, marking important parts. And step 3 is POE, which stands for process of elimination. And in that one, you're going to eliminate distractors to choose the best answer. So let's do step 1 first, preview the questions that will be on the quiz. So I want to show you my sneak peek because you can't go on the quiz yet, right? I want you to watch this video before you get a sneak peek. So question number 1 on the quiz will be, which of the following definitions describes what the Neolithic Revolution was? All right, so as it says in the PPP strategy, I need to kind of summarize, annotate this. And because you're not allowed to, you can't annotate in a Google form, we're just going to annotate on the side. So which of the following definitions describes what the Neolithic Revolution was? What it's asking us to do in general to simplify is to define Neolithic Revolution. So I need to remember, number 1 is going to ask me to define Neolithic Revolution. Number 2 question is, all of the following activities are mentioned in the passage except, and I'm going to give you a huge hint already. Number 2 is you have to read the entire passage, and what's going to happen is there's going to be a multiple choice question where you have to choose the lie. Process of elimination will be very important for that part. The next question, number 3, is which sentence provides the best evidence that the Neolithic Revolution happened gradually? So what I copied down is number 3, best evidence for gradual. So when I see the word gradual, my mind is going to poke out and remember to look at that sentence closely. Number 4 is what is the purpose of the second paragraph in relation to the entire passage? So I already know that I have to take extra care to pay attention to the second paragraph. And then lastly, number 5, it can be reasonably inferred from the last 2 paragraphs that the author thinks that. So I'm seeing here that I need to provide a what the author thinks. So that's what I wrote here, everybody. I wrote this in, so you got to do this yourself. So the first question will be to define the Neolithic Revolution. I keep that in my mind. The next one is going to be, what did I say? Whole passage. So there's no skipping around with this one. I have to read the whole passage. I can't just like cheat and try to read like one paragraph. Best evidence for gradual, purpose of the second paragraph. And then the third part in number 5 is what the author thinks. And so that's when the claim sentences are going to matter, right? So put what author thinks, and the claims are really going to matter. That's why when I annotated, right, the second step is read with purpose, highlighting evidence in yellow, claims in pink for each paragraph, and keep those questions on your mind. So for example, when I look at the first paragraph, it says revolutions in history happened very quickly. However, the Neolithic Revolution was actually a gradual event. I know that's the claim because this is what the author believes, that the Neolithic Revolution was a gradual event. There's the word gradual. So I know that my answer is going to be here. It probably developed, and so all of this evidence in yellow is evidence to prove that the Neolithic Revolution was gradual. And so when I keep reading, sometimes the claim is not necessarily the first sentence, right? Sometimes it's the second sentence, sometimes it's the end sentence, but it's whenever the author is making an opinion statement that they need to back up with evidence, all right? So now you kind of know how to do that, and you can kind of see a sneak peek that every paragraph has at least one claim that is being made. All right, y'all. So the next thing I want to teach you is how to use process of elimination. So I'll tell you right now, the students that struggle the most in reading don't have a strategy. They just read and then they answer questions and not really having a multiple choice strategy. So I wanted to teach you that today. So here we see question number 0, how many points is today's work worth? So that I'm going to use the process of elimination here. So the first thing is I'm going to cross out the ones I know are wrong and just take them out. So for example, 1,000 points, there's no way that this project is going to be 1,000 points. So I can just cross out D. I know that one's not the right answer. 15 points. That seems like too much already. Ms. Yokoyama doesn't tend to make things 15 points, so I'm going to say no, especially for a daily summative. So D and C are out. 5 points or 10 points, reasonable, right? A lot of times, like one daily summative is 5 points. So this is a good opportunity. I've narrowed it down to 2. So what you should do is go back to your original text and look for clues to see which one is actually correct. And because I remember, oh wait, Ms. Yokoyama had it in a slide somewhere. 5 points, 10 points. So all the activities today are worth 10 points. So the correct answer was B. And that's how process of elimination works. You get rid of the ones you know are wrong, and then it's usually between 2, and then you can go back to the reading and try to figure out the right answer. So now I have taught you my strategies. You are going to go ahead and take your practice quiz. Please read carefully. Try not to be distracted. Sometimes music can be distracting. Focus as much as possible, and then click turn it in, and I'll help you with the other part of your assignment. Good luck, you got this.